Hey Georgette, thank you so much for sending me this competition video for me to critique. I'm going to go through here and give you some tips that can maybe help you in the future and future competitions, or help other people who may play the same type of game as you. So let's start off here. I like your grip fighting. Let's fast forward a little bit. You have a really good guard recovery, Georgette. I love how you're fighting for your guard and trying to recover. You're either trying to turn in to get the single leg or get that bottom knee back inside. So you're able to get your guard back here and you're fighting. And then you get to a spider guard at about a minute in. You have a great spider guard. One thing you want to avoid in spider is keeping both of your legs extended at the same time. When you do that, your legs are like giant levers, and when you keep both extended, it's really easy for your opponent to try to break one of these, break through your guard by doing this knee slice here, or clearing one of the feet out of the biceps. Another thing is your elbows, Georgette. For the best strength and the best core tightness and grip strength and spider guard, you want to keep those elbows tucked in tight to your body. So having your elbows out is going to weaken your grips and you'll fatigue quicker in spider guard. So keep those elbows in and have one leg extended and the other leg tucked into your body. So in spider guard, it's a great offensive and defensive guard. You don't always want to be pushing your opponent away. You want to be pulling them into you sometimes too. So instead of just trying to push your opponent away with your feet, remember that you can pull them into you too. Really good spider guard here. Georgette, at this point you're trying to play a different open guard. I would have stuck with spider, but I would have put more tension in her biceps when playing spider and just stuck with it and tried to sweep and off balance her. So when you switch to a different guard, your opponent's able to pass her guard here at about 2 minutes. There we go. So she attempts to pass, but you get half guard. Georgette, you're flat in your back here, which is really bad. It's infinitely harder to sweep from half guard when you're flat on your back. So one piece of advice I want to give you is never be flat on your back in half guard. And it also seems like you have a really good half guard on one side. So what you want to do is try to bait your opponents into passing on that side. And you can do that by, making it a little bit easier for them to get to half guard. And 90% of the time, your opponent will start to pass on whatever side of guard you give them. So try to play half guard on your good side. At about 220, you do a really good sweep, Georgette. See, you're flat in your back here. You're able to sweep your opponent, but if your opponent's heavier, you may not be able to sweep them, especially if you're in an open division. Once your opponent gets you flat in your back, even though you have this underhook, it's going to be a lot harder to sweep them. So try to avoid being flat on your back, Georgette. Great sweep to single leg right here. And now you got on top. Georgette, right here, you want to get your hips farther back, and the main thing from this half guard position is that arm right there, Georgette. The best thing to do with that arm is to get a really deep and really tight crossface. So I would stop everything right here, stop working for whatever you're working over here, underhook or submission, and just work this arm into a very, very deep crossface. And what that does is, do you see how your opponent's knees are facing you? When you get that deep crossface, and you can make your opponent's chin look away from you, you can make them face the other way, it's very hard for them to play guard on this side. Because their hips are connected to their head by the spine. If you force them to look away from you, their hips are naturally going to go away from you. So my tip right here is get a really good crossface right here and work for that crossface. Excellent passing. You're doing a great job of keeping good top pressure. I love the guard passing. I like how you're going for the Americana inner half guard. It's great to attack a submission, and You attack the submission, you got the guard pass out of it, which is a really good trade. And great job, Georgette. You got the finish. So overall, I was really impressed with your top game and your ability to transition from one guard to the next. Just make sure, always avoid being flat in your back in half guard, and always create tension by stretching out your opponent, extending one leg, bringing the other leg back, and that's going to give you a better offensive and defensive spider guard. So just to recap, three main tips I'm going to give you, Georgette. Number one, avoid being flat in your back in half guard. Number two, always stretch your opponent out in spider. And number three, always try to off-balance your opponent when playing spider. Try not to stay static for too long. You want to have a really dynamic spider guard, constantly changing positions, constantly extending one leg, pulling the other one back towards your body. All right? So, Georgette, there's your video critique. Thank you again for sending me the video. And if you have any questions, you can go ahead and email me. Thanks.